Welcome to WMW's weekly newscast, bringing you the global waste management headlines. Coming up, ISWA President David Newman discusses 70% EU recycling target with Waste Management World. Biogas reformer producing hydrogen for fuel cells from olive oil waste in Spain. And finally, robotic bird chases off gulls from Dutch landfill site. At last week's Ecomondo show in Rimini, WMW caught up with ISWA President David Newman and asked him for his thoughts on the EU's 70% recycling target. Here's what he had to say.
I think the first thing I'd like to say is that it would be very, very boastful of me to say I have all the answers, and I don't have all the answers at all. And I really, would like to ask people to come forward and listen to this conversation, to give their opinion as well, because I think what we have now is an opportunity at European level to actually make a difference, to make our voices heard. The debate is open. What do the targets say? The targets are really, really very, very high targets for effective recovering, and for the first time they define recycling, or will define recycling as effective recovery. Now, we know with many, many waste streams, effective recovery is probably sometimes in the region of 60 to 70% of what is actually source separated collected for that waste stream. So EXPRA, on the basis of effective recovery of 85% of packaging waste, have actually looked at some of those figures and said we're going to have to collect more packaging waste to get 85% targets and are actually put onto the market, which becomes a real paradox. So there's something wrong there in those targets. The second thing which I think I reflected upon was all the Eastern and Southern European countries are so far behind on the 50% 2020 target today. Does it make sense really to sort of establish a 70% 2030 target when they are so far away of meeting that first level? And the answer that I give myself is that no, it doesn't, that we should try to consolidate the 50% target before we move on to more ambitious ones.
An EU-funded project has brought a number of SMEs together to develop a prototype AD system for olive oil waste. Biogas produced by the system is passed through a reformer to obtain reformate hydrogen for use in a fuel cell. Here's how it works.
The technology developed in Biogas toPEMFC is composed of three main subsystems in a prototype: an aerobic digester, biogas reformer, and PEM fuel cell. The anaerobic digester processes olive mill wastes in order to produce biogas. The treated wastes, which can now be directly landfill disposed, can alternatively be used as fertilizers, so as to enhance the cost-effectiveness ratio of the solution. The biogas reformer accepts the generated biogas and breaks the molecules in order to obtain reformate hydrogen through a series of catalytic reactions in a process known as steam reforming. Finally, the hydrogen-rich stream leaves the reformer and is fed into the PEM fuel cell, which combines the hydrogen molecules with the oxygen present in the atmosphere, obtaining pure water and electricity ready to be consumed. A prototype of this technology has been constructed and validated in the Andalusian agrarian cooperative San Isidro, located in Loja, in the south of Spain. Apart from the three main subsystems composing Biogas toPEMFC, an aerobic digester, biogas reformer, and PEM fuel cell, the prototype includes all the integrating elements and state-of-the-art control solutions so as to achieve optimal performance and robustness.
Dutch robotic bird developer Clear Flight Solutions has been running a trial with Twente Waste and Energy to use its radio-controlled Robards to scare troublesome flocks of real birds, such as gulls, away from a landfill site. Here's a look at the Robird in action.
A group of jackdaws responds immediately to the presence of the Robards. We let them go because they will warn other birds in the area. In the meantime, the pilot is gaining altitude and flying towards the far left to be able to attack a group of gulls 250 meters away from above. The gulls respond, being warned by the jackdaws and the presence of the Robird. The pilot turns towards them from the left side of the screen and starts hunting them. The Robird has now effectively cleared the area of birds within a flight of several minutes.
For WMW, I'm Ben Messenger. Thanks for watching.